So in this short video, I'll be talking about the newly announced or teased version 2.7 characters, likely, of course, by HoYoverse or MiHoYo for Genshin Impact. And they are Yelan, a 5-star Hydro character, likely 5-star, because of the elaborate artwork that is teaser artwork that we have, and likely a 4-star ELECTRO character, Kuki Shinobu. And so let's start with just quickly my thoughts. This won't be a very long video because we don't really have any other details about these characters. It's all speculation, no leaks here, but just speculation. Just based on the artwork, Yelan is like holding some, obviously, I guess, hydro energy above her head, behind her back. So I don't know, it could be a catalyst situation. I don't know. But then you go, if you're thinking of a catalyst situation, does that mean that it's our third hydro catalyst? We have Mona and we have, actually our fourth hydro catalyst, sorry. We have Kokomi and we have Mona and don't forget, we also have Barbara. Yes, we always forget about this one. So like, I don't know if they want to make hydro a specific like catalyst heavy element. Now other people are saying that she could be a bow user. And remember, we do have Child as a bow user, but he's not really a bow user because no one uses him for his bow. It's usually, for myself, I prefer to switch him into melee stance and switch him into like the double blades, the double hydro blades, or that stance basically. So I don't know. So I can see if she was a bow user, that would make sense because it technically would fill this niche. However, when we talk about bow users in general, I don't know that we're short of bow users if we're talking about in general, okay? But it is a niche for sure for Hydro, but like in terms of bow users, we have lots of them already. Yeah, and then I know that they were trying to balance out Catalyst users because we didn't have very many, you know, beforehand, so I'm not sure. Now moving along to Kuki Shinobu. Now she looks like she would be a 4-star character. She actually reminds me of Sayu in a way. Obviously Sayu is a ninja and Kuki Shinobu is a shinobi, which is kind of like an assassin type of ninja almost. Now in the artwork, she's holding the end of her weapon. We don't see it fully, just like in Yai Miko's weapon art. Her artwork, it didn't fully show it either. She was holding the priestess stick that she has right now on the screen. So, and then we all know that in her animations, she actually uses that to like throw out her energy. And then her catalyst only appears on the back behind her here and there, very, very vaguely. So similarly, I don't know if that means that Kuki Shinobu is going to be a sword user, or maybe she is, I don't know, this could be anything now, right? What if she's also a bow user, and then like she changes her stance, you know, to hold something, but I don't know, right? But then usually I don't know. So maybe I would think that she's probably a sword user, but then it looks like a really short sword to be very honest, because like how the other characters when they hold their swords in their artwork, like it actually like using Kazuha for example, like he actually holds his whole sword in his artwork. Where's my Kazuha? Like, you know, basically like anyway, I just want to point out that like when they hold their sword, it's actually pretty evident that it's a sword, right? Just using you know, these characters, just highlighting them over them. But regardless, like I don't know really what Kuki is going to be doing. Regardless, now if she was a bow, have two electro bow users, Kujo, Sara, and Fischl. If she was a sword user, or a catalyst user, we have you know, Lisa already, right? Sword user, electro, we have Kaching. So maybe she fills that niche where she's the 4-star version of Kaching, because now they're trying to do 4-star versions of 5-star characters. Previously they were doing 5-star versions of 4-star characters, right? So yeah, that could be it, right? That could be something that they're filling the void for. Now, then the next question is, are these characters DPS, sub-DPS, or support characters? Judging from their looks only, I think that the 4-star characters, and just based on the overall intent of 4-star characters, is that they're mostly supports. And in some cases, maybe a sub-DPS, but definitely not a DPS. Like there are very few of them, like Ning Guang being one of the examples. Like her and maybe Yan Fei are more like sub DPS or DPS can be. But like most of the 4-star characters are not meant for those roles. They're meant like, you know, Sucrose, even Bennett, like they're all like support basically. Even Xingqiu, right? Shangling is a sub DPS, yes, but you know, and then like most of the others, like Chongyun could be, yes. Rosaria could be, Kaya could be, right? But then like, you know, like Sayu, like Yunjin, like, I mean, you could turn her into one, I guess, maybe Shenyan, like half and half, let's say. So Kuki Shinobu, I feel like is probably at most a sub DPS, and otherwise she's a support. Now, back to Yelan. Do we think that she's a support or a sub DPS? I don't know, because now if you think about it, we have, again, Child, we keep going back to him, he is a DPS, basically. People call him an enabler or applicator, but not really a DPS, but I do use him in the DPS role or sub DPS role. I use him as a DPS, basically, as you guys see in my Spiral Abyss runs. You know, like, I mean, she could maybe Yelan could be like Mona or Kokomi, but Kokomi now can be a sub DPS because now if you build her that way, like what I've done recently in my review of her, my updated review of her, you can build her that way. So I don't know if Yelan is actually also going to be can be built that way, maybe. So I would say if of the two, Yelan probably has more potential to be a sub DPS, but technically they could both be sub DPS or support. Perhaps they're both versatile in that way. Now, anyway, let's go back to more of a more dire question. Are these characters must pulls or skips? I actually, of course, just with a grain of salt here, it's too early to tell. We don't know enough information, but I'm sure right after 2.6 releases basically tomorrow, and then I think the beta testing for 2.7 starts like within a few days after the next patch is released, right? So we'll get some more information at that point. But at this early stage, I think that they are considered not must polls. I'm not going to say skip because we don't know, but I'm going to say they're not must polls based on what we can tell right now. Similar to what I said about Ayato, which I will have a guarantee for. I am going to pull for him because I like his overall look and kit and everything. But I like these two new characters too, and I'll be happy to get a copy of them as well, of course. But I don't know if they're meant to be like must polls at this point. I think that they're more like let's watch and wait and see. But I would be okay skipping them at this point, to be very honest, because they don't look like they're bringing anything new to the table. But I could be wrong. Of course, it's way too early. We don't know, right? Just based on very early, like just based on their artwork, they don't look like they're bringing anything new that we don't already have. But those are just my early thoughts. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that they are must-pull items, or they're must-pull units, or they're skippers or skips? Or what are you guys thinking? Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and we'll see you guys in the next video where I will talk about my updated 2.7 rerun predictions. Thanks, and we'll see you there.